George Steiny was, at age 14, the youngest person executed in the United States in the 20th century. He was convicted of murdering two preteen girls after police said he confessed to the murders. His family was threatened and suffered humiliation. During the execution, since the chair was designed for adults, they had difficulty securing him. He was hit with the first 2,400 volts of electricity. The mask covering his face slipped off, revealing his wide open, tearful eyes and saliva coming from his mouth. After two more volts of electricity, the boy was dead. The question of Steiner's guilt and the judicial process leading to his execution remain controversial. There was no evidence to convict this child, and some are trying to have the case reopened. As a mother, aunt, and future grandmother, this disturbs me. Children should not be tried as adults because they are still in a developmental stage and sometimes aren't given an opportunity to prove their innocence. Today, we will examine some disturbing facts, reasons why children should not be viewed the same as adults, and what we as a society can do to help. Did you know? It is estimated that as many as 200,000 youth are prosecuted as adults each year. In criminal courts in these 40 counties, which is the 40 of the nation's largest urban counties that they surveyed, juveniles, 64%, were more likely than adults, 24%, to be charged with a violent felony. Most youth who enter adult court are charged with non-violent offenses. While in adult prisons, they are at risk of suicide, rape, assaults, and the effects of victimization. Since 1990, the incarceration of youth in adult jails has increased 208%. Kids who serve time in adult prison systems are 34% more likely to be rearrested for violent or other crimes when compared to kids who serve time in juvenile facilities. More than 7,000 youth are held in adult jails per year. An estimated 7,100 juvenile defendants were charged with felonies in adult criminal court in 1998. In 1899, the U.S. made legal history when the world's first juvenile court opened in Chicago. The court was founded on two basic principles. First, juveniles lacked the maturity to take responsibility for their actions the way adults could. Second, because their character was not yet fully developed, they could be rehabilitated more successfully than adult criminals. More than a century later, these principles remain the benchmarks of juvenile justice in the United States. In recent years, however, a growing number of juvenile criminals are being tried as adults, much the way they might have been before the advent of juvenile courts. All the states have provision allowing prosecutors to try juveniles as young as 14 as adults under certain circumstances. In some states, such as Indiana, South Dakota, and Vermont, children as young as 10 can be tried as adults. children should not be tried as adults because their prefrontal cortex, which gives the child the ability to make good judgment, has not fully developed. The human brain is not fully developed by the time a person reaches puberty. Between the ages of 10 and 25, the brain undergoes changes that have important implications for behavior. Juveniles would also have a chance to reform their lives. Being housed among adult criminals, they would more likely be molded into lifelong criminals because they are not going to be changed. Instead of harsh sentences, they would benefit more from rehabilitation and developmental programs. What can we do as a society to help? We need to write a letter. We could make a call or email our representatives and let them know we care about our youth. As our future, we owe it to them to rehabilitate and offer options so they can be transformed into healed and productive citizens. We need to let our children know that they deserve more. They deserve more than what they have been given, and they do not deserve to be housed the same way as adults. We need to give them an opportunity and rehabilitate them in juvenile systems. Thank you.